my lovelies, Barbara here with your tarot reading for the week ahead. It is Monday, the 23rd of September 2024, and I hope you had a fantastic weekend. I was teaching mediumship on both Saturday and Sunday this week, and it was really different to do them back to back. I've never done it. Usually it's, mediumship one day and perhaps Reiki the next or something like that, but to do them both together was really lovely. I really enjoyed it. So I hope you had an enjoyable weekend too. Anyway, let's go on with the reading because I've got 5 cards today. Here we have the Illuminati Tarot. You can see very shiny, nice gilt on the box actually. Nice little box there. So 5 cards, there's the back of them. And the lead card this week is the King of Pentacles. Try and get my light on. I've got the lights on because it's a bit dimsy this morning. I don't know why. Anyway, here we go. There is the King of Pentacles. Now, I like this deck because the colours are bright and bold and they really sort of pop out as you're looking at them. The King of Pentacles, that's your lead card. This week is about security and what makes you feel secure. Yes, okay, it could be loads of money in the bank, but it might be finding that perfect house or finding that perfect job, or perhaps you're already in that perfect house and perfect job. It could be about your family being around you, and that includes friends, remember. Friends are family too. So what this week is all about is really checking what floats your boat. That's quite a good way of putting it actually. What floats your boat, what makes you feel secure within your life. Can you build on it a little bit more? So I'm trying to get the light off him. That's better. Oh no, it's still there. There we go. Can you make things even better for you? But most importantly, can you help other people? Now this will make a lot of sense with the next card that's coming up. But in this case, remember, kings, they've reached the pinnacle of their success. And whilst you may not think you're particularly successful when it comes to the security department, you will be very surprised if you sat down and really thought about it, as long as you're not just equating it to one thing, just how well you have done. And this is long past as well. Remember, the king wouldn't have got there without going through many battles and things like that. Very few kings, perhaps in this country, in the UK, you automatically get there. But in the past, remember, in medieval times, you would have probably fought to get there. And that's the point. What have you done in your life that you can sit back and go, do you know what? That was such a struggle, but my word, didn't I do well? Didn't I deal with that situation brilliantly? It was hard work, but my goodness, I got through that. And it's that experience that makes you so attractive to other people who could utilize those skills. I'm not about them using you here. This is sometimes you have to pass on that information. A king is up there. He needs to keep up there for sure. But sometimes, you need to move sideways and pass on that experience to other people who you can help. It's also a great time. I mean, not just financially, Pentacles aren't just about money. It's about how you feel secure, about how you feel with your family, with your friends, with your job, with the house you look. All these things that come together and make you feel secure in yourself. Some people never feel secure, but this week is the week that something will jump up and say, do you know what? You are secure in this particular aspect. And because of that, it will enable you to build on that and perhaps go on a different direction slightly. Right, well, I've experienced that, I've accomplished that. Perhaps it's time that I do start utilizing those skill set. Really good week to start looking for new jobs. If you're thinking of upping your career, not just changing jobs like for like, but perhaps upping it in some way, getting promotion, that sort of thing. Perhaps it's time to think, well, yeah, do you know what? I love my house. I've completely done it up. I've got it how I like it. Now it's time to move because I need a new challenge. It doesn't matter whether you're buying, whether you're renting. Perhaps it's time to look to further afield, to start moving out of the area. Perhaps you want to move into the country. Perhaps you want a bigger garden. Perhaps you want a smaller garden. All these sorts of things. You are in the position to actually consider these things. I'm not saying you're going to jump ship and do them, but just sit down and actually think about things, how you've coped with life, how well you have done in certain situations. You are quite amazing, because this week we are all kings. Now, taking that into consideration about possibly moving house, changing jobs, da-di-da-di-da, we have justice. Now, this is a beautiful justice, actually. She has the scales, looking what side the scales are on. Oh gosh, don't they stand out? Do you know what? I thought perhaps they were gilt. Really, really stand out, and they are perfectly balanced. So you have to be sensible about these things. Look at things from all angles. Is it the sensible thing to do? Stop contemplating on this week. Take everything, make lists. I love lists. You can't go wrong with lists. Is this pros, cons, all that sort of thing. But most importantly, is it good for you? Are you going to be taking off more than you can chew, or biting off more than you can chew? That's what I'm actually, the wording I'm looking for there. Don't overdo things. Yes, you are in a good position, but don't think, hey, the world is completely my oyster, I can do anything now. I'm not saying you can't, but you have to be sensible about it and keep a balance within the things that you're considering. And that is very, very important this week. Because as long as you do that, as long as you start thinking, yes, okay, let's be sensible. I can do this, I can do that, not so sure about that. Ooh, that's going to upset a few people. You know what, I think I'll just keep the peace and perhaps not do it that way. All these different things will enable you to reach the 10 of Cups. Now remember, 1 plus 0 equals 1. So this is a new beginning. And I love the fact, look at this, that's my cottage. That's where I want to live. And a cottage like that, little garden, not so worried about the rest of the people in there, but I want to live there. So with the wonderful rainbow here, the beautiful greenery, the sun, there are mountains. If you look at this, far, far in the distance, they're very, very misty mountains, far, far in the distance. There are always challenges in life. Nothing goes smoothly in anybody's life. There are always ups and downs and everything. But if you keep that balance here, there'll be more ups than there will be downs. So this consider these things, that they could be a beautiful moment long term. Back to those scales, keeping the balance. And that could be a brand new beginning for you, but a beginning that you've reached because you're a king, because of your experience. And guess what? We have yet another 10. Now this is the 10 of Wands. Now the 10 of Wands, if you look at a Rider-Waite, he's like struggling, and he can't see where he's actually going, and he can't see that he's nearly reached the end of his journey. This is slightly better, because if you look, there's the steps going up and he's looking down. He can't see the tower up there. It's not the tower, it's all right, a tower. I'm bouncing backwards and forwards in my chair today. But he is at least looking where he's putting his feet. So although he can't see long distance, he can take each step as it comes. And if you look at those steps, although it's quite a steep hill, the steps themselves are quite shallow. So it's easier to get up that hill and get to the wonderful, look at this sunset there. And back to that, 1 plus 0 equals 1. That new beginning, that new dawn, that new creativity that is completely described by Wands, and the fact that he's actually moving forward. So this is a fantastic week for that, but you've got to find that balance. Although that's not the lead card, this is a lead card. It's the balance within your life that is most important. Now, if you listen to all those messages, guess what you end up with? We've already had 2 10s, each 1 plus 1 equals 1, 1 plus 1, 1 plus 0 equals 1. And here we have, what do they call it? They call it the alchemist, but it's the magician. The magician. You will have all the tools at your disposal to create magic, to be able to move forward, to create more abundance around you, whatever that abundance is, whatever that abundance you want to draw into you, you will be able to create it. But you need to go through those aspects first. This isn't going to happen straight away. You've got to think about it. What do I need to do? What skill set have I got? How can I move forward? Is it worthwhile changing jobs? Perhaps I just need to move within the same company to perhaps another area, so then I can move house. There's all sorts of things that you can utilize this week within those pentacles, within the security aspect of your life, to enable you to get here and just go, whoa, yeah, a new beginning, a new beginning, a new beginning with balance, with the strength of kings behind you. This is a really progressive week where you can make changes if you want to, but just don't just go off and do them. You need to think about them very, very carefully and keep that balance in. Where's the balance? I've lost it now. Lost the balance. Where's my balance gone? There it is. Balance. Keep that balance in mind at all times. This is not one to go off on the path. Again, back to number 10. Where's he gone? He is on a path. It might be steps, it might be uphill, but he is following a path. So enjoy this week. It's an exciting time for all of us. I wonder where it may lead. Anyway, I shall see you soon. Bye for now.